champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
What a venue, what a fight, what action.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold.
Good luck.
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. Do you believe what we are seeing? Counter shot lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowds. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. A perfect counter lands. Good counter punching. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee, just pick up and sting you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Just missed with that hook. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
Okay, I'm happy. Like that.
There's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They exchange punches. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. There's a counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter punch caught him clean. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You got complacent. The fight's not over yet.
Back at it in round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Yes, another jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. That hook doesn't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? About that time counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
On to the 5th we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Punch, counter punch. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Catch and shoot. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. And down goes Alexander Usyk. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five, six.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Now I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Good work. That's it.
There's the bell to start round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Perfect punch. Beautiful counter punch. The right hook misses. He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
This can be so frustrating. Remember, such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Perfect counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
And win this next round. We don't want to lose this fight, Leah.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch. That counter shot lands. That counter punch caught him clean. They've avoided. Whoa, wait a minute! The big Ukrainian in big trouble. Champion is down! Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Only catching air with that hook. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Good man.
Scott, you're much better. He's not in your...
And they're back at it again here in round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Good counter punch. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down! What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we?
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. It was as close as we thought it was, and this fight is a split decision win.
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as that. You know, I might have been a round out or two, but these guys have got it right. Well even fight, even match. I'd have noted that as well.